Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Hello and welcome to The Worst Writer in the World with me, Howard Long, and with me, as ever, is presumably the titular worst writer in the world. It's Rufus Penzance.
I haven't written anything.
Oh, I mean, who do you think the worst writer in the world is?
I don't know. I feel like it's a mystery that one day we've got to solve. Because, we've done over 50 episodes,
Yeah.
right? And people are going, but who is this worst writer and when's he going to turn up? This is like...
Or she.
Or she, yeah, sorry. This is like if you watched the film There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And there wasn't any.
Oh.
And you got to the end and you were like, there was no blood.
There was no
That's
blood.
what this is like.
I mean, is that what happens in that film? I've not seen
Never
it.
seen it.
No, I've not seen it.
I assume they'd already given away the ending. I was like, I don't need to see that then.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the show, and thanks as ever to the British Comedy Guide for generously hosting us, and to all our lovely patrons on Patreon.
Oh, lovely.
For example, the writer of this week's plot so far, Scott Purdy. Xavier, the robot, continues to gently pump Emily for information about Fitch, but he learns that pretending to be human takes more than just kind of looking like one. Humans don't usually gulp down boiling hot tea or call people named Emily, not Emily. He won't find Fitch on Earth, however, because Fitch is inside the TARDIS, which is in the space parking lot of a space restaurant where Ace is learning things about the Doctor Who that nobody else knows about. Like, he travels through time and regenerates into different younger man bodies sometimes. Ace and the Doctor have yet to notice Fitch because he is a gas. So, Howard, you probably remember a character called Emily and her neighbour's cat, Eli Scorn or Cornelius, and a killer robot from space who's come to visit her looking for Fitch, right? And he has just, basically, he's just learned that he's been getting Emily's name wrong. Right. And he excuses that by saying, I'm sorry, I come from foreign climes. My father, he is called Ghana Nick Kutana. I mean, does that sound believable?
Oh, let me tell you about my brother, Bakrai Dandafar. Oh, my father's name is Ghana Nick Putana. Yes, he's a very good Time Lord. Ghana Nick Putana.
I'm a robot from space, but my dad, he's not. My dad was a human. His name was Ghana Nick Kutana. Is that a human name? I think it sounds like it might be, but
What was
I'm
her
not
mother's
sure.
name?
She was called Hubbard Cupboard Mrs. Hubbard. It's a good one. That. Do you want to know my dog's name?
What's your dog's name?
My dog's
Doctor
name
Who?
was Augie. What? Doctor Who? I'm not Doctor Who.
Oh, Dr. Terminator. What was
Okay, Dr. Terminator. My dog's name was Augie Woggy Mr. Doggy.
Yes.
It's a good one. That.
Yes, Oggy Woggy, Mr. Doggy. Stop calling me that, Doctor Who! Come on, K9. It's your new name.
Come on, Zach. That's your name now. Exterminate.
Dalek, Ig Putalik. Yes. Oh no, I'm being attacked by Dalek, Ig
It's
Putalik.
actually Nick. That's the funny part. Because it's Ghana Nick Kutana. Like, it's just got a normal name in the middle.
She should be like, my father's name was Ghana Nick Kutana. And she should be like, no, it fucking wasn't. No.
Are you a killer robot from outer space?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh no, I've been caught.
Turn around, explode.
Spin around in a circle and explode. I have failed.
That's what Daleks do, everybody.
Yeah.
In case you were
Every time a Dalek fails, it says, I have failed self-destruct, spins around and explodes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what they fail at.
Yeah.
So if you ever face with Daleks, ask it to peel you a potato or something, and it'll be like, I have not got hands or a potato peeler, and it will fail and it will self-destruct.
potato!
Yeah. But don't ask it to whisk you some milk.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't ask it to exterminate you.
Yeah, or go down a flat corridor.
Yeah.
Because then they nail that. Little insider knowledge for you there, for you if you're ever facing a Dalek. So, the robot just said, I'm sorry, I'm coming from foreign climes. My father, he is called Ghana Ghana Nick Kutana. It seems completely normal to me.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, Emily, not Emily.
Well,
Emily.
it's not. It's very fucking strange.
Neither the name Emily, not Emily, nor the name Ghana Ghana Nick Kutana seems normal to anyone on Earth, which makes me think that you might be a killer robot from space. Now, she says, I understand. I'm sorry. I've insulted you.
Right.
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't insult you. I said, no, my name's not Emily, not Emily. I thought I said, you're a big, stupid, idiot robot from space. But I just thought that. No, he says, no, it's fine. Honestly, completely fine. A minor misunderstanding. Now, please, is my good friend Fitch unwell?
Right, he's still on that one, is he?
Yeah.
I feel like this conversation's been going on
Been
for a long
going
time.
on. It's been at least a week.
But maybe, or at least. But I feel that maybe there's been a scene in between where someone went to a fridge with some penguins.
Yeah.
In between it, and it just kind of cut back to this scene.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I hope that there's loads more kind of like hilarious confusions like that, though, like where he drank the hot tea and it was too hot.
Oh, that was just
And
gulped
she's
it all
gotta,
down. Yeah,
would you
no.
like a seat? And then he like sits on a cactus and he doesn't understand that that's
Just
what.
smiles at
Yeah.
her, and she's going, what? And then he goes, I am detecting her thoughts.
Yeah.
I am detecting that she thinks
She
humans
takes-
don't sit on cactus.
He's like, oh, sorry, where I come from, my father, Ghana Nick Kutana, he's always sitting on cactuses.
Yeah,
It's his
but
job. He's the
he's
cactus.
the- yeah.
He's the village cactus sitter.
Yeah, that's right, yes, but he does have a metal bottom.
do you come from?
Space. Oh shit! Oh no! I was going so well. No,
I knew it.
space. No. He says, "Is my good friend Fitch unwell?" And she says, "I honestly don't know. There was some kind of terrorist attack in the West End last night. Many people died." Is that my emotion acting? It's good, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again, but even
Yeah.
better? All right, I'm going to ramp up the emotion this time. You ready?
Ramping it up.
Yeah, I'm going to.
No,
There was some kind of terrorist attack in the West End last night. Many people died.
Oh, what a funny joke you told.
I have made a. What's his
I said,
catchphrase?
she's laughing, I must laugh too.
I have made an
a
error of
fundamental
judgment.
error of judgment. She's not laughing at all.
But humans don't laugh by squirting water out of their eyes.
Yeah, humans aren't amused by the fact of lots of people dying.
Everyone dying. Many people died. I know Tommy works over in Holborn. He may have been injured. Could be in hospital, or maybe he's just at a friend somewhere. Basically, he's either dead or at a friend's house. Those are the two possibilities that I think.
Yeah. Or a shop, maybe. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Maybe he's in a bin.
Or maybe he's gone to the petting zoo. Oh, no. Oh, God, he's probably touching a goat right now. Oh, God.
Oh no,
can't
it's probably
imagine.
making him really happy. He's probably smiling and like maybe smiling at a child.
Giving
And
a wee carrot to a
absolutely-
donkey.
Yeah, maybe the child's a bit nervous about patting the goat, but he's going, "Don't worry, it's all right." And they're making a beautiful little bond
Yeah.
in that moment, and then maybe the goat eats them all and they die. All right, so which possibility do you think is most likely?
I think he's dead, probably.
He's probably dead, but not by goat.
Yeah.
I don't think a goat ate him.
I understand. Where I come from, everybody gets eaten by a goat.
Yeah.
What?
That's my middle name, Mr. Goat. I'm going to eat you. First, I'm going to rip your
Your
arms
middle
off.
name is Mr. Goat. I'm going to eat you.
That's right, yeah. First, I'm going to rip your arms off, then I'm going to eat you, okay? I don't like arms. I'm a robot. I don't eat arms. Whoever heard of a robot eating arms? Come on, that's ridiculous. I'm a real sci-fi robot. I only eat legs, torso, and head. And hands. She brought the
I
tissue.
have made a fundamental error of judgment, telling a woman that I'm a robot that eats torsos, heads, legs, and hands.
Might be a bit of a
Way
giveaway.
to give away. I should have said that.
I'm not.
I'm not that.
I'll try and rectify
Yeah,
it
try
now.
that again.
Oh, by the way, Emily, not Emily. What I said just now, I forgot to say the word not. So, Emily, has just told the killer robot from space that she doesn't really know Fitch.
Nick Kutobot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She's told him that she doesn't really know Fitch. She just feeds his cat sometimes.
Right. What does she feed it?
Add food, Nick Kutat food. Is that the right answer? Is that the right
Sounds
answer?
about right.
All right, let's see what's going on. His cat. Where is the darling furball? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he's in the bedroom. I'll go and check. Emily entered the bedroom and closed the door. Something was definitely wrong here, the genius thought. 12 pages after meeting a killer robot from space.
Yeah. She wasn't sure whether it was the eye stalk, the plunger, or the death ray, but she was certain there was something off about this
Dalek.
Dalek.
It's definitely the death ray. Yeah, something off about the Dalek. The guy seemed to be getting quite pushy. She wasn't sure what.
Kept prodding her with his plunger.
Saying exterminate. She wasn't sure what, but there was definitely something strange about him.
Yeah.
The way he didn't have a face and was made of metal
Rolled him.
and was a robot from space.
His dad was called Davros Nick Pavros.
Davros. Wait, do you want to know my dad's name? It's Davros Nick Pavros. Yeah, he built all the Daleks. I mean, he gave birth to all the people from Spain or something.
Dadros, naughty Badros. Okay.
Is that a foreign? It's from where I come from in Ireland or something. You don't sound very Irish. You don't sound very Scottish. I do all of a sudden. Okay, so when they've stopped insulting each other's terrible accents, we get back to the plot where Emily has actually locked herself in the bedroom to have a think. Right? She wasn't sure what, but there was definitely something strange about him. She had thought as much from the moment she lays eyes. She hadn't. I mean, she had thought as much from the moment she laid eyes on him, but thought, actually, I'll just have a cup of tea and a chat with him for like an hour, and I'll see. What if Mr. Grieg wasn't a friend of Tommy's at all? Thought the genius.
Right, yeah.
But more of an enemy.
Oh. She suddenly thought, maybe Fitch isn't friends with a Dalek after all.
He may have been in prison. He might be a gangster or a drug dealer. And this Xavier character could be here to kill him. Or he could be a space gas. And Xavier might be a robot from space who's come to kill him and his cat. Maybe Xavier had released the anthrax in an attempt to kill Tommy.
Right.
But had failed.
Because he knew he was immune to it.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a stupid idea.
What was I thinking? I should have shot him in the head. He's not immune to bullets.
Oh, no, he is. He's a gas. But had failed, and so was here to finish the job. Or maybe she shouldn't have watched The Goodfellas last night and instead gone to bed like she had planned to do.
I'll have to say I've never seen The Goodfellas, so I'm not sure what the relevance of that is.
Well, it's all about...
I'm pretty sure that's not about robots from outer space trying to get a gas. That much I know.
But to be fair to your younger self, again, you haven't mentioned that. That was just us.
Okay.
So, what this paragraph actually says is he might be a gangster or a drug dealer.
Okay,
Maybe he'd release the... I mean, it's a pretty serious gangster or drug dealer who goes, right, I've got to kill one person. I've got one person I'm quite annoyed with, so I'm going to release anthrax on London and kill 10,000 people. Oh no, I forgot that's the one thing he's immune to.
Yeah. I mean, she's a moron.
Shite.
She's a moron
She is
thinking
a terrible. But
I've written a really convincing moron.
You often do. I mean, that is your main strength.
It's my niche, isn't it, writing morons?
Yeah, it is. You are so good.
I feel because I've met so many, I feel like I can tap into their thoughts.
You meet that one every morning in the bathroom, don't you? Like Mirror Howard the moron.
Yeah, the bastard. He always gets to the toothbrush before I do.
Are you sure he doesn't get to it exactly the same time as you?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just touch and go.
You see him first,
Touch
though,
and
so you
go.
feel like he's won.
Yeah.
She laughed at herself. She was being completely ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Totally paranoid. Understandable given her anxiety over her friends. Yeah, she was being paranoid, but then it was understandable on account of how everyone she knew was dead and there was a killer robot and a talking cat in her house. So maybe paranoia is the wrong word. Maybe underestimating how much danger she was in is the right.
Even a modern day Doctor Who wouldn't look at this girl and call her brilliant, would he?
No, he would.
This is the one person he'd find and
he
go like,
would.
fucking hell.
No, it depends.
Actually, no, you can't come in the TARDIS. You're a fucking chin banana.
No, I mean, that may be true of, like, you know, of Peter Capaldi and Matt Smith, but I reckon David Tennant would still be well up for it. He'd be like, you're flipping amazing.
Yeah, because
you know what?
Scorn did say she was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you're like, you might be a moron, but you've got a real, like, beauty of spirit or something.
Real spunk, or at least you will have when I offload all of my spunk inside of you. I'm David Tennant, fucking hell. I'm fucking David Tennant.
You'll be fucking David Tennant in a minute. Here, sign this form. Well, I'll tell you what, our Tom Baker impressions are pretty good, but I reckon our David Tennant impressions, even better.
Yeah.
So accurate.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yes.
Amazing.
And annoyed David Tennant?
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
I don't open my teeth when I'm annoyed.
Sexy David Tennant.
Well, have a go. I'm no wet man, darling.
Yeah, annoyed David Tennant. Have a go on my darling. Right? Tired David Tennant. Jealous David Tennant. Alright, so Emily is having a bit of a bad day. All her friends died, probably. All of London died, probably, and she's in her flat with a killer robot. So she's she's having a little talk to herself.
Right.
Now. She's telling herself a few things.
Okay.
For example, you're just upset about Jenny and Sarah, she told herself.
Oh, she's talking to
Get over
Mirror
it.
Emily.
Yeah, she's talking to Mirror Emily, who's an even bigger moron than she is. Get over it. They died like an hour ago. Come on. Xavier hadn't even known about the anthrax attack, so him being responsible seemed even sillier now than it had a moment ago. More likely...
More unlikely.
Yeah. More likely, it was that Xavier was very worried and just coping in a very different way than herself.
Yeah, that's really likely.
He was probably in denial, and that's why he had that big metal face.
Yeah, and he was sharpening his gun.
He was probably in denial, making himself believe that Tommy could be immune. Yes, and he wanted to hold the cat for comfort.
She makes some weird fucking leaps
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
a logic, doesn't she?
She's just, I mean, she's
He's probably a good fella from that movie I've never seen. Oh no, he's probably just in denial and needs to hold a cat.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's what a moron normalizes. This is what happens when you go, okay, I've got to think of reasons why this situation is okay. But she's an idiot as well. So she's like, well, why would he really, really badly want to see Fitch and have that gun? And he'd be interested in the cat as well. Yeah. Well, the gun is probably his comfort gun. Like some people have a blanket. He's got a gun. He has to hold it when he's sad. And he's probably cat deficient. Yeah. He's got a cat deficiency. And like, if he doesn't hold a cat 3 times an hour, his head expands. All right, I better take him the cat then.
Put it on his gun.
No, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so, yes, and he wanted to hold the cat for comfort, to feel closer to Tommy. She looked under the bed and the wardrobe, but Cornelius was not there.
She was under the wardrobe. Yeah, no, of course he wasn't, because it's on the ground. She lifted up the wardrobe to check if there was a flat cat underneath
She's
it.
a robot as well.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not under the wardrobe. Unable to locate the tomcat, she figured he must be in the kitchen.
Right, yeah.
Opened the door and walked back into the lounge. And bedlam.
Bedlam? Oh my gosh.
Scorn hung from Xavier's head.
Wow.
Clawing at his face for all his worth, as the foreigner with both of his giant hands tried to crush the delicate skull of the tiny creature, but to no avail.
Really? Seems like it would be quite easy.
Scorn's whisker shield was protecting him.
Ah, well, I forgot about his whisker shield, of course. Yes,
All right.
Quickly, Scorn, pat on your whisker shield.
I don't know what that is. I don't think that makes any sense,
It's a
Doctor.
bike helmet, basically. Just let's glue this to your head.
A red, blood-like substance began to drip from a deep gouge on Xavier's cheek, and Scorn hissed with satisfaction.
Oh no, my ketchup store.
Oh no, my ketchup's coming out. Yeah, why is a robot bleeding?
Because he's got ketchup store and it's fine.
Okay, fair enough. I found your ketchup store. Meow.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yes, I like ketchup. I'm a cat.
Ricky, fetch me some
cats like-
chips.
Do cats like ketchup, do you think?
Do they like ketchup? Yeah, they like any old stuff. Well, the one that used to come round, he would have fucking
with
had
bread.
anything. Yeah, bread. I'd give him bread.
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird, right?
Yeah.
Cats don't eat sandwiches.
yeah. This one does. Needed to be toasted. He wouldn't like regular.
Oh yeah, because he's still a cat. He's like, okay, I'm weird, but I'm still a cat. So don't just give me anything. I've got to be difficult. I'll eat anything, but I've got to be difficult about how you prepare it.
You could put a whole slice of pizza down for him and he would eat it.
A whole slice.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He fucking loved food. He would fucking eat anything.
Oh, I can't imagine a cat eating a slice of pizza.
Yeah,
Picking off the meat, maybe, or some of the meat and leaving the rest. I mean, I've never seen a cat even eat that much in one sitting.
Right.
Actually, no. When I was at university, one of my housemates had 2 cats, and one of them was a regular cat that would just like pick at food and eat a bit
One
and
of
then
them
go
was
away.
a space cat with 9 lives and a whiskey shield.
No,
And he
that was it.
loved
One of them was a
eating
fat
robots.
one
of
of
them
them was a fat cat who
Yeah.
liked eating and would just eat everything.
Mm.
Basically, they were brothers, and the normal one would eat a bit and then go away.
Yeah.
And the fat one would finish his food and then start on the other ones.
Yeah.
And again, if you put food down, if you put your plate down and like you didn't finish your food, you look in a few seconds it was gone.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I think about it, he was like
Yeah,
that,
Patch was just like that, and they had 2 as well. Jasper
Right.
and Patch, and Jasper was like kind of scrawny and would like didn't want anything to do with people,
Yeah.
and Patch just wanted like to be like stroked and eat all your food.
That's what they were. Yeah.
Chips. We fucking ate chips, man.
Yeah.
I would give
I
him
think-
chips, he would eat them.
I think that our cat had
I mean, that's a potato. It's a
Yeah.
cat eating a fucking potato.
I think our cat had pasta. It's all a bit wrong, right? Bread, pasta, and potatoes. Yeah, they were called Preston and Blackpool, our cats.
Oh, good.
And Preston was the fat one, and Blackpool was the regular cat who wasn't quite so fond of humans, didn't show up as much, and didn't really like food, or at least not the food we gave them.
Yeah.
Also, Preston used to was in many ways a normal cat because if I left the bedroom door open, I'd wake up with him asleep in my mouth. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Of all the, I was on a double bed. Of all the places you could have chosen
Yeah.
on this huge double bed, you chose my mouth.
It's the hottest place.
You're not a spider. Making a web in my mouth. Come on. So, Howard, you may remember that Emily went into the bedroom for some reason, right?
Sounds saucy.
And when she came back, the robot was trying to kill her neighbour's cat.
oh no.
Was she on acid? What on earth was happening? What the fuck are you doing? She yelled at the man. Leave Corny alone. He seemed not to hear her, so Emily raced over and pulled at his arm. It came off. Why have you pulled my arm off? Are you going to eat it?
You humans always eating arms, you weird. You're weird.
Where I come from, we don't eat arms, just everything else.
Everything else.
No, she pulled at his arm. It had no effect.
Oh, right.
Xavier
What was she
seemed-
expecting to happen then? Like, the toilet to flush? Like an oven or a light to come on or something? It's not working.
Yeah, I thought robots from outer space. I thought if you pulled their arm, something would happen.
He didn't flush. He's out of order.
Xavier seemed not even to notice her effort.
Right.
She swung back her foot and kicked him hard in the shin. A loud clanging sound rang out.
Yes.
And Emily screamed in pain. He had a false leg, it would seem, or he was a metal robot from space. When she looked at his leg, it wasn't a leg. It was a Dalek.
She kicked him in the Dalek. There was a loud clang.
What's going on? She said, why is your leg made of Dalek? He had a false leg, it would seem, and she had just broken a toe or two. Wincing with tears of pain, she noticed with horror that the blood was not, in fact, blood, but ketchup coming out of his ketchup sack. No, but more reminiscent of oil. And then, even more unbelievably, she saw the glint of metal beneath his skin and the emergence of wire from just beneath his eye. Then she noticed his death ray and plunger,
Yeah.
and that he didn't have legs or arms.
And his T-shirt that said "Me am Big Robot."
This man was not a man. He was the Terminator. Off of that film that I probably don't have copyright to actually keep yamming on about.
Oil. Why do you got oil coming out of his forehead?
Yeah,
That's where I keep my oil.
that was famous in the Terminator,
Yeah.
wasn't it? He's like, do not get my oil out.
Ow, my oil head.
Stop getting my oil out. Oh my god, my wires are coming out of my eye. Cornelius was wailing with pain now. And Emily hurriedly looked around for anything that could be used as a weapon. Immediately, her eyes fell upon the big gun. Immediately, her eyes fell upon the standard lamp, and without hesitation, she tore off the shade, picked up the lamp at its centre, and swung it at this inhuman monstrosity. The bulb smashed against the nape of his neck.
Oh, he's got a nape on his
He's got
neck.
a nape on his neck, tearing his synthetic skin. And although no real damage had been done, he was
My
knocked.
feckin' oil's coming out everywhere now.
Oh, you got me skin off. Oh no, I'm gonna have to go and get me some. I'm gonna have to go to the skin shop now. You know how expensive that is.
My creator made a fundamental error of judgment by
Giving
filling me
skin.
with oil and putting skin on me.
Yeah. Should have just made me a metal
Big
robot.
metal robot.
Like I always end up that way anyway in the end. Although no real damage had been done, he was knocked off balance, causing him to drop the cat, who landed on all fours. Xavier swung round and landed a bone-shattering blow to Emily's photogenic face.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ! She's
broke her
punched,
skull.
She's just been punched in the face by a killer robot from space.
Yes.
A bone-shattering blow.
Yeah, she
you
broke her skull. Yeah, she's
smashed
dead.
her. Yeah, lifting her off her feet and hurtling backwards into the wall.
Yeah.
Where she seemed to stagger for a while before crumpling to the floor, unconscious,
Oh.
blood flowing from her mouth and nostrils.
We sure that's blood? Could be oil. I mean, if she's not died from being
Yeah.
from a bone-shattering
Or-
crunch.
yeah.
She's not the
Sorry.
reason. It doesn't matter because I don't have any bones because I'm made of metal too.
Sorry about that. I think I've got your oil out. Your oil's very red. Scorn saw that Emily was no longer moving, and then the droid moved to attack him.
moved and moving so close in such close proximity.
Yeah. The broken bulb at the end
I
of
should
the
have
lamp.
travelled. That would have been better.
I'll change it for you. Scorn saw that Emily was no longer travelling, and then the droid travelled to attack him.
Yeah,
It's
much
better,
better,
it's
yeah, yeah.
better, yeah. The broken bulb at the end of the lamp had become caught on his torn skin, however,
Right.
stopping him in his tracks.
Oh yeah.
Stopping him from travelling, in fact.
Oh my gosh. So like a small bit of glass is preventing him from moving.
Yeah.
Wow.
He tried to separate himself from the appliance.
It's my Achilles appliance. When I chose my Achilles heel, I should have picked lamps.
Shouldn't have picked lamps.
Big
So
lamp.
the thing is, where I come from, there's no lamps. I
Yeah.
thought I'd be safe, and then I got sent to Earth, and it turns out it's fucking full of
Everywhere, lamps
lamps.
everywhere.
Fucking lamps everywhere.
Lamps everywhere.
Can't believe it. Yeah, only you have to choose it. Like when whoever builds killer droids
Yeah.
is like, right, killer droid, I'm just about to put your Achilles heel in, but what would you like it to be? What do you mean by that? I mean, one thing is going to basically kill you. What about, could it be nothing? No, you've got to have a thing that kills you. All right, like, here's a list. We've got bunny rabbits. Would you like bunny? Oh, no, I think there's quite
Daleks?
A lot.
Yeah, Daleks?
No, I think they get around a lot as well. A lot of Daleks about. Sneezing. Sneezing? Would you like sneezing?
We should probably take that. Since I'm a droid, I don't know how to sneeze.
Oh, no. I've programmed you to sneeze once every 3
I'm a
minutes.
fully functioning sneeze
You're
droid.
a fully functioning sneeze droid. That's right, yes.
Oh, shit.
So don't choose sneezing.
What about lamps?
Oh,
Do we have lamps on this world?
no, well, they were outlawed several hundred years ago on account of all those droids they killed.
Yeah.
So we got rid of them. So no, you're 100% safe. Just don't go to Earth. They're a primitive planet and they love lamps.
Well, I'll take lamps and we'll never go to Earth.
So that's how
Okay,
that happened.
inputted, and there you go. You are now allergic to lamps. Okay, your first job is to go to Earth.
Yeah,
and fight a lamp.
Become a lamp salesman.
Yeah.
Oh dear, sorry about that. It's too late to change. Bye, off you go, in a meal. He tried to separate himself from the appliance, but because of the bulk of his arms, he had difficulty in reaching behind his own head. I mean, that is, people, massive bodybuilders often do have difficulty with arm movement when they pump up too much, don't they? But it's just something about the wording of that sentence is brilliant.
And the fact that he's not a massive bodybuilder, he's a robot, and it's all
a
fake.
badly designed robot, yeah.
I mean, yes, true. Actual Arnold Schwarzenegger might have difficulty removing a lamp that's got stuck on his back. But this robot...
We should test that out.
This
We should
robot-
glue a lamp to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Right. In fact, no, we shouldn't do that, but one of our listeners can. Right. This week's challenge is called the Glue a Lamp to Arnold Schwarzenegger Challenge.
Yeah.
And whoever can get a picture of themselves gluing a lamp to Arnold Schwarzenegger wins.
Yeah, well, we want the video of him trying to get it off and failing. And then you've got to glue a lamp to a killer robot as well.
Oh yeah.
And
Because
see,
it's got a comparison, right? Yeah. So that's your challenge. But if you do Arnold Schwarzenegger at least, then you still win.
yeah, definitely.
Scorn formulated a plan in an instant. The plug had come half out of the socket, so he darted over and banged it back in with his head. Then he backed up and took another run at the switch, and as he knocked it to the on position, the flow of electricity charged to the bulb filament, just as Xavier had managed to grab it in his hand.
Oh my gosh.
Launched like a rocket into the air,
So
he flew backwards.
It really is his Achilles lamp.
It is, yeah. And also, when you electrocute him, he flies.
Yeah.
That's a surprising thing. Whee! Oh, I mean, not fun.
Like Stephen Moffat came in to write this line. He loves it when things can fly.
When robots can fly.
Yeah.
Oh, you have made a fundamental error of judgment. Launched like a rocket into the air, he flew backwards, hitting the far wall, and went straight through the plasterboard into the bedroom. Silence ensued. When the silence had firmly grounded itself...
What?
I don't know what that means. When the silence had firmly grounded itself, Scorn slinked over to the new bedroom door. That's the hole in the wall, I suppose, the new bedroom door.
Oh, joke.
Jokes. Yeah, and peered inside with trepidation in his eyes.
Trepidation in his eyes.
The metal man lay unmoving on Tommy's bed. His right hand was smoking.
And his left hand was having a drink.
And charcoal black. The cast iron legs had buckled under his weight. Iron. Iron legs.
Cast iron.
Hello, I'm a robot from outer space. I've come from a very technologically advanced civilization of people. They made me out of iron.
Yeah, it was before Terminator 2. Wasn't fluid metal.
Even so, iron is a weird choice. They made me out of iron.
Is it though? I mean,
I'm
like
unusually heavy.
on that weird planet where they have dogs and buildings, didn't they make everything out of gold or strontium or something? Like really soft metal.
Yeah.
At least this robot's made out of tough metal.
Yeah, iron. Cast iron legs.
Well, what iron do you think it should be made from?
Space iron.
That's not a thing, though, is
I
it?
don't think it should be made
That's
out of iron.
strontium.
I think iron's probably can't be a good thing to make robots out of.
Because it makes him really tough, doesn't it? When he punches
No,
you,
the thing is
he
that-
delivers a skull-shattering blow.
It doesn't say he's got cast iron arms. He could have like
jelly arms.
jelly arms and iron
I
legs.
think it's safe to assume that, like, you know, when they make a robot, they probably they're consistent in the material they use.
Yeah, I disagree.
We've made his iron legs. What do you want to use for the body?
Jelly.
Bricks,
Yeah, bricks.
Okay, brick body.
Brick sounds good. Yeah.
jelly arms, and then
Jelly arms, brick body, iron
okay,
legs.
let's put his bubble head on.
Yeah, so
Oh,
we're
it's burst. He's
just
dead.
basically trying to use up all these leftovers. I recently made a house and a gate and some jelly.
We've got a large piece of ham here.
All right, Howard, do you remember the firm? You probably remember the firm because it's the title of this story.
The Federation for Intergalactic Relocation and Monkeys.
Yeah, masking.
Masking.
And yeah, so basically their job is witness relocation, right? But intergalactic witness relocation, when someone, for example, I don't know, when someone informs on the master, right?
Yes.
And then therefore the Daleks exterminate him and he turns into a snake.
Yeah.
Right? Which is the story of the movie, everyone. That's not me being stupid. Well, what if that snake escapes and takes over Eric Roberts?
That would be
then the person
Well,
who
that would
did
be
the
really good.
informing,
Yeah.
the person who did the informing, they're in trouble because Eric Roberts is coming to get them, right?
he is.
So they've got to go to the firm and get a new identity on Earth, living next door to Emily. Oh dear, I've turned into a gas and now I'm in the TARDIS and so on. Right? That's the story so far.
I think he was a gas to begin with.
Was he?
They've just put him inside a human-style body.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they took a gas.
He's just become a gas.
Okay.
That's not, because otherwise everyone would have turned into a gas.
Well, I don't know what the life cycle of this particular alien is. It's like, get born as a caterpillar,
Right.
go into a cocoon and become a human, and then get blown up and turn into a gas.
Well, maybe that. No.
You haven't given us the backstory, Howard. All right, so we're going back to the firm to see what's happening with those people whose job it is to protect the innocent informers from murderers like the Master, and just how competent they are at their jobs. This chapter is called Horror of Wrong Frock, which I'm saying carefully.
Yeah.
Scariot inserted his finger for print inspection. And with a well-oiled ease, God's hand slid down the shaft towards the first floor. Is this just some kind of sex scene?
Yeah.
Because he inserted his finger.
Yeah, he did.
With well-oiled ease. God's hand. I mean, if that's not a euphemism for a hand job, I don't know what it is. God's hand slid down the shaft towards the first floor.
I told you it was all sexual.
Yeah, you did. In the palm of God's hand, Evita, the lift lad, felt himself
Lift lad, I like that.
going down.
Oh, yeah, he did. I'm going down.
I'm just going down.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just feeling myself going down.
I've got a new job as a lift lad.
Do you want to feel me going down?
Would you like to watch it? You can film me going down if you like.
Filmed himself going down and checked the computer.
Just say filmed himself going down.
Did I say filmed?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, fuck. Felt himself going down
Okay, right.
and checked the computer. Scariot, he breathed with childish adoration as he read the name from the lift monitor and quickly whipped the tiny makeup bag from his golden pants in order to apply mascara, rouge and lippy.
Yeah. He's wearing gold pants, right?
His gold pants.
And he's got makeup in his pants.
Yeah, and now he's putting lippy on.
He
Lippy.
wants to impress Scariot.
Yeah. At the tower's bottom, Scariot removed his finger. I mean, really. Noting with alarm and distaste that he could not see his own reflection within his boots, he turned his attention to the automatic shoe buff. Shortly, God's hand arrived without a sound, and the doors oozed open, allowing entry. So God's hand is a lift, right?
Yes.
God's hand is a lift, and
Yeah, because they're called gods, aren't they? They're gods of the firm. And
Okay.
so I guess the reason it's God's hand is it because it takes you up to the top floor or something.
okay. So when it says in the palm of God's hand, that just means in the lift, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. So yeah, at the bottom of the tower, Scariot is putting his finger into something for print inspection, and that's calling the lift. Okay, that's all that's happened.
Yeah.
I'm just working that out. It's really confusing.
It's
But
not
basically,
confusing.
man presses button and lift comes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad I've been able to clear that up for myself.
He's going to get up to the top floor where there's a swimming pool.
He's going to drink it.
He's going to switch the wave machine onto
Yeah,
like
then
full
he's going to
power.
piss on a woman.
Right,
We're talking. I know.
two
I know.
different-
I realised that all the way through that you were talking about
The Mystery of the Golden Bus.
Yeah. As long as you go upstairs and play some form of water sports, Howard Long's happy. Evita smiled a deep red smile and flamboyantly moved his hand to flick the blonde quiff from his face, inadvertently poking himself in the eye.
Yeah.
Scariot, he was relieved to discover, had not witnessed this embarrassment, for he was engaged in the act of buffing his shoes. Evita coughed quietly, and Scariot turned. Yes? Evita swooned, smiled again, and then attempted to sling his harpsichord sexily over his shoulder.
He's got a harpsichord.
What?
I don't even know what a harpsichord is. I mean, what is that?
It's a musical instrument.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's a musical instrument, but which one? Isn't it Isn't it like one of those things with like that
That's
you
an
pump
accordion,
together and
right?
play
I don't know.
keys on?
Play keys on. I'm just playing my keys on my harpsichord. Isn't it like
Just a harp, then.
I don't know? Is it not a like a keyboardy thing?
That's what I was thinking.
But not a Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we would just sling one of those over your shoulder.
I think you meant accordion, right?
No, I mean a harp, don't I?
Oh, really?
Well, that's what angels have, isn't it?
Oh, because he's an angel, is he?
Well, he's in God's hand.
Well, it's got a strap.
Certainly not
I mean-
a fucking harpsichord. That's huge. No, but but it says harpsichord, so he slings his harpsichord.
Yeah, you've got to go with the source material.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well, it makes sense because it then goes on to say he then attempted to sling his harpsichord, his massive piano, sexily over his shoulder. The bass, however, clubbed the back of his head because it's a fucking piano.
Yeah.
And the strap proceeded to strangle him.
Oh, fucking hell.
I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have thrown that piano over my head.
Yeah.
Scariot, forever the perfectionist, had been inspecting his shoes, and you put a lot of emphasis on that, his shoe inspection. So that's all he's done. And looked up...
That's because he's a shoe inspector.
And looked up
to find a man with a piano on his head.
Being crushed to death under a piano. And looked up with a vaguely puzzled expression to find Evita wrestling with his instrument. I mean... You just went, I'm bored. I'm really bored of this shit Doctor Who story. I'm going to do a page of innuendo, okay? Is that okay, everyone?
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world. 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 He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World.
It was a pleasure listening to it because you have such a lovely voice.
Thank you. But which lovely voice?
Oh.
Do you mean this one? Do you like it when I do the robot? Is that your favourite voice?
They are all my favourite voice, if that is possible. But what a lot of people don't know about you is you also have a lovely face.
I do have a lovely face, don't I? I'll keep it in this jar.
Yes. And if you'd like to see that lovely face, you can do.
Yeah, because we're going to do a live stream on the 14th of December, Saturday, the 14th of December in British Evening Time.
2019.
Yeah,
so if you're in 2020,
then sorry about what we did.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
You probably can find it somewhere, but
Almost certainly. Probably, in fact, if it's ages in the future, you can just find it by joining the Secret Gang.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can get your hands on all the old videos. Basically, you join the Secret Gang, you can get your hands on loads of stuff.
How much is that going to cost me, though?
Well, you could join up for as little as $2 a month, and if you discover you don't like it, you could leave before you pay a second instalment of $2 more. So it could be as little as just $2 and then run away, like a big old meanie. Yeah. But the thing is, I am confident that you won't, because no one ever does, because we provide a lot of very entertaining stuff, and for pretty good prices. So people tend to stay because we entertain them. Right? Well, like, here you go, have a look at this video, it's quite fun. They're like, oh, that is quite fun, and it was super cheap too. Here's a load of audio for you. Here's a load of us chatting. Here's a Gret Binchleaf chapter. Here's an entire children's
hypnotising you into staying.
Yeah. Here's the handcuffs we're going to put on you. And also, you want to join now because coming up over Christmas, there's some very exciting things happening, aren't there?
Oh,
like, not only the Worst Writer live stream, but a Secret Gang live stream as well.
Oh, yeah,
like the following week or something like that. And we've got a couple of Christmas special things.
Yeah, some secret stuff
So
coming
special,
out.
so special. Just exclusive for the gang. And also, of course, if you're not in the gang, this story will conclude just before Christmas because it's Doctor Who. And a lot of people have been complaining that there's no Doctor Who at Christmas, but there is. It's just that it's on this show and not on the BBC. So if you're one of those people who think that Doctor Who should be on Christmas Day and that really matters, right, for some reason, and that New Year's Day somehow isn't the same, then check out the Christmas special coming on the 16th of December. Ruined it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to listen to it then. You can wait.
Save it,
Christmas
yeah,
Day.
absolutely.
Well, it's probably true of New Year's Day as well, isn't it? They can wait till
the next Christmas Day. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, talking of the Secret Gang, we'd like to do our final round of shout-out thank yous to our Secret Gang, starting with Klaus Pookington,
Daryl Martin,
Andrew Mead,
Dave Citrus,
James J. Powdrill,
Brandon Rea,
Grant Rennie,
Pete Dylan Trenchard,
Heather Sweeting,
Rose Parsons,
Toby Oliver,
Ellie Brizo,
and Joanna Knuckley. Thanks for listening, everybody, and thanks for your ongoing support, all you lovely Patreons. All right. See you next week. Bye-bye, milk.
Bye-bye, milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.